this is Will just getting out of bed. I am way too tired to film an intro, so let's get into this update. This week we've worked really hard on basically making a gap right here between this point and this point to be exactly 2 studs apart, because that just makes the plate connection so much stronger. I'm probably going to be moving all these technical parts right here on this side and just like do a back and forth pattern on this section right here, because as you can see, these come off pretty weakly. They're not very connected. But you see right here, when I have a brick right here, it holds this plate on the inside, which I do plan on lining the whole Venator with eventually, so don't worry about these colors that I'm using, because it's just going to be covered up. But I do plan on using these gray plates to cover the whole thing up, and just thought it'd be stronger. And I do need a stronger connection there because of these hinges right here that are going to be holding all the weight of these panels. I got like 3 of them hooked up so far, actually 2 of them hooked up so far, and then I have this one for the bottom right here in this small little gap. I thought that was a pretty sneaky place to add it, since this is going to be a closed hanger door anyways. So I thought that was a pretty cool technique that I used right there for the Venator this week. But yeah, we're just basically filling this up with like loose bricks I have, because I'm trying to save money on this project since it's so much money. So I've been trying to fill them in on that side as well, placing a lot of stuff that takes a long time. I've been doing it over here too. And also it's really nice because I can place in another connector midway into the side of this beam, like every single section that has one of these things that connect to the side of it. It's great. It just makes everything so much stronger. So I've been doing this throughout the whole Venator. It may not look the best right now, but just remember that it's going to be covered up on both sides, so no one's really going to see those nasty colors anyways. But this main week, we're going to be working on getting the top panels on both sides done for the Venator, so that we have like panels to actually cover this, because this is not going to be a Master Builder series set. It's actually going to be a real Venator. That's why I'm putting so much effort into this section right here, right there, and all that. But this week I really want to cover these panels. They shouldn't take too long to make because I'm not putting a whole ton of detail into them. The one thing I am a little concerned about is this section right here, where we have to make the red stripe go all the way through the middle. I want the doors to be able to open automatically with power functions in the near future, but I'm not quite sure how I'm going to do that. I did do some prototypes as you saw in another update. So the main goal this week was actually just try to get this thing to close and open, and we have somewhat done a good job of this. Here, let me try opening it up for ya. It kind of goes in and out, like right now it's out, but like I'm trying to push it in like that, you can kind of see. But those prototypes didn't really work so well, so I have to think of a new idea of how I'm going to be able to make this hanger door open automatically, because that's something I really want to do with this Venator. But without further ado, let's get building those panels starting now. And just like that, we have our first panel on the Venator. Now, I know it's not perfect yet. I know I'm still working on a few things, but we got this section intended right here for this. It's not even the proper like area. Like this is all, I just placed it down to show you guys the progress on this panel, because it looks absolutely amazing to have a panel on the Venator right now. Now, I left this big section blank because this is going to be filled of a snap technique used for this Republic emblem I was working on last week. As you guys can see, I got some dark reddish bricks on there right now. I have a bunch of these dark red bricks right now at home, but I still have to clean them off, so I still have to do that. So that is something I'm going to be working on, so I can actually fill in this hole. I'm very excited to see what this hole is going to look like, but I started adding some of the major indentations in the Venator's like hull or plating, as you like to call it, because there is this plate thing that goes like a slope right here. You can't really see it, but I did design it so that it's kind of like a slope. I do need to get a replacement part for that tan part right there. That doesn't look so good, but like I'm starting to work on actually getting the paneling on and having some small details. I'm going to be playing a lot of this off and having more plates right here eventually. It's just right now I'm working on sizing and making sure that everything looks good for the Venator, to make sure everything's in proportion, because this looks pretty good. I mean, to be quite honest with you, this looks amazing, and I love how this is coming out so far. Did I forget to mention I fixed this amazing problem we've been having with the doors opening and closing, and it's probably going to make it really easy to make it automatic. Let me show you on the other side of this panel. Alright, I managed to flip this piece over and managed to find some space on this really narrow table right here, and you weren't supposed to see some of those clone packs that I got recently in the mail from Lego. I got those for free with VIP points. There'll be a video on that coming soon eventually. I don't know when I'm going to do it. Right here, I really wanted to show you this amazing thing right here. So this invention I kind of created just now, I mean, it's really not an invention, but I thought this amazing thing where I could just get angled bricks and angle it on here and have these things on the perfect position, moving all at the same time. I'm not 100% sure how I'm going to make it motorized yet. I do think I'm going to need some gear techniques, and I'm going to need something going along this whole thing just to make it work. It's really complicated. I wish there was an easier way to show it to you guys, but I really think I'm going to be able to make this motorized, and I think that's going to be absolutely amazing when that day comes and we can actually open the hangar doors with motorized functions, and it's gonna be so cool to do that. But this thing right here kind of works like a sliding mechanism. It's really simple. It's kind of hard to show you guys when it's upside down, and it's putting stress on this Technic beam I was using as a test because it's not supposed to be upside down. So I'm going to show you this when it's actually faced on the Venator right now. Alright, I've put the plate back on the Venator. I can't even fit the whole ship in frame, it's so big. But right here, we do have some amazing work done with this. So I'm going to try to show you using one hand how this thing does work. So it can slide up pretty simply like this, and the plate can just go in like that. And with this extended length, a red plate can easily fit on top of it, and it just looks great. Like, honestly, I see this thing coming alive so well, and I'm just so excited to see how it works. Now, I did connect this to the Venator, so this is probably the shaping of how the Venator will look with this plate on. I am going to get rid of this connector right here for it. This is just for demonstration because, honestly, we can't have it being pulled up by this one thing right here. So I'm going to find a new place for this connector, but I'm planning on having a bunch of connectors just like this one and the one right here all throughout this side of the ship to make sure it stays strong, and it's just going to be an amazing feature on the Venator once we get it done. So, spend some time on the front of the Venator. So now that we spent some time on the front of the Venator, it looks amazing, and I'm so glad of how it's coming out. So now that we spent some time on the front of the Venator, it looks amazing, by the way, guys. I'm so excited for how this is going to come out in the end. We did run into some problems right here. So I was shaping basically this section to see like how much space of an angle I'm going to have for this hangar deck right here, because you do know there is a side hangar deck right here. But I've been thinking about, wait a minute, it doesn't match this angle. Like, I have it still on this side. Like, this was the angle before, but clearly the panel right here does not match this angle that I had originally. So I took the whole thing off. I took all the hingy connectors off, and now I kind of have to reshape the way that this is being built based off the plates right here, which I thought I did originally, but apparently it didn't turn out as well as I thought. So right here we have this new angle that I'm going to have to do once I build more of this plate on, because I want to make this thing as accurate as possible. And right now with this, it just does not look so accurate. So I had to take these hinges off and basically this whole side off. I'm going to have to do it to that side eventually, which I really am dreading. But right now, we're just going to work on this side and make sure we have it right on one side, so then I can put it right on the other side as well. Oh my goodness. This thing is huge, guys. Look at this. I built the other panel. It's not 100% as complete as this one. It's just like a start. But oh my goodness, this looks absolutely amazing. Having the nice hair bay right here. You can actually see the black stripes that I have going through there. And oh my goodness, there's just so much hype for this Venator right now. I am losing my mind. This thing looks so good. I honestly just want to put some red plates in between it just to see. Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm going to put some red plates on there, and you guys are going to see how that looks. So as I was putting panels on for you guys, just to like see how it looked like a rough draft, this panel kind of fell down because I didn't have it properly attached, but this one I did, so I definitely have to get this panel attached eventually. Oh my goodness. This is absolutely amazing. Look at this. Oh my goodness. This just looks so good, the red stripe. Oh my goodness. I can't even imagine with this. Oh, this is going to be so cool. This is going to be so amazing. But wow. Okay, obviously you guys know that this isn't going to be attached like this. This is a terrible way to attach them. I just kind of like laid them across this like gorge between, I guess, the two panels because I thought, why not? But you know, these will be sideways, overlapping the panels and stuff like that in the future. But I just had to lay these out just to show you guys. And honestly, I might use this as a thumbnail picture because this looks great. Oh my goodness, I'm just so excited to see what's next with this Venator. So that's all for this update, guys. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you all in the next one.